just wanted to have a little chat because I found a hot fix which has worked for me. So I bought this A2000 Feiyutech Gimbal, and it came with 4 batteries. They're the 18650s, 3.7 volts, and they were good. They lasted probably a good 6 months to a year, but I'm about 3 years in with this gimbal and it works well for me. I use it with a Sony A7 III, and anyway, the batteries are pretty knackered. I may get, out of a couple of them, I may get maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes of power from a gimbal, which is often not enough for what I do in real estate videography. And so I went on a hunt for new batteries, and that's when I came into issues. A lot of the other batteries are slightly too big, and you may not be able to see that. It's only millimeters, but it's enough to not fit in my gimbal holder. Here it is here. I'm just going to undo it so that I can play with it better and show you. Fast forward. Okay, here we go. So it basically just jams, and I just can't get it in there, and I don't want to break it. I've tried as well as I could to get that in there, but it's just like a millimeter or so. The only other batteries that were available to me don't have a nipple on the end of the batteries, and what I found was when I put them into, they fit, but when I put them in and I put on the handle, they would often lose contact when I was in the middle of shooting or whatever, just with the jiggle around, and I just couldn't find any other battery variations of the 18650 3.7 volts that was the same as the original Feiyutech batteries. Anyway, you could probably, there's nothing there, but the fact that it doesn't have a nipple means that it's just not hitting the contact well. So my workaround today has been to get my little trusty soldering iron out and add just a little bit of solder onto the contacts there, and that has allowed me to get a good connection, and it's working really well. So see, fires up, which is great. The other thing that I found was that a lot of the batteries available were slightly too thick in diameter, and though they would fit in, I couldn't get the lid on properly, it was too tight. So what I did was strip some of the outer off the batteries. Now be careful with this because it's metal underneath, and I found that when I put these batteries in without a cover on them, they started to heat up inside because the contact was all round the inside. So be very careful of that. You don't want a battery exploding inside your gimbal while you're at work. So what I've done is just wrapped these with a fine layer of clear sellotape. So that works really well in terms of the diameter. And now that I've got added kind of like a lump to the end of the actual housing, the batteries without the nipple work well. So hopefully that has worked for you. This was something that has been bugging me for 2 or 3 weeks, and so I hope that it helps you in sorting out your Feiyutech gimbal problem with the dead batteries.